gunman.
Think of their faces.
Because he's a gunman.
The ones on fire screaming for help.
He's a man with a gun.
The world noticing our little high school engulfed in flames.
Help!
And he's a bad man.
The power we'll have.
He's a bad man with a bad gun.
The fame we'll have.
Bad gun, bad man, bad gunman. Eric Harrison, Dylan Klebold.
Columbine.
Have you ever seen the picture of the gunman?
I am nothing.
The bad gunman.
I am no one. My life is nothing and meaningless.
Bad scumbag, gunman, scumbag.
With the power of the AR, you will know who I am.
He's bad. He's mad. He's scum.
All the kids in school will run in fear and hide from the wrath of my power.
All the other kids with the pumped up kicks better run, faster than my bullet.
They will know who I am.
He's a bag of scum with a gun, a bad scumbag's gun.
Nicholas Cruz.
Perfect.
Everybody's looking for the gunman.
I would exact my revenge the most catastrophic way possible.
Yes, good. Don't take your eyes off the
At
gunman.
least then I could die knowing that I fought the injustice that has been dealt to me.
The bad gunman, the bad scumbag gunman, Elliot Roger.
Isla Vista.
The mad, bad, scumbag, mad gunman.
Just look at how many fans you can find for all the different types of mass murderers.
No.
Now keep your eyes locked on the
And
gunman.
beyond these fans are countless more people who can sympathize with these mass murderers.
The bad gunman, the bad
scumbag gunman.
You want to be famous?
The mad scumbag, mad gunman.
Eliza.
Sandy Hook.
Everybody's eyes are on the gunman.
Bang! In 2017, every time I saw our flag flying above the walls of our school, every time it seemed like that flag was hung at half-mast. Someone, somewhere, had opened fire on a crowd of people who were either living to learn, living to sing and dance, or living to live.
My parents were in Las Vegas on October 1st of last year. They made it out, but others weren't so lucky.
Since 1966, when a student took up a sniper rifle and fired down on passerby from the observation deck of a clock tower at the University of Texas.
1,102
people have been killed in shootings that resulted in the death of 4 more individuals.
We are becoming complacent.
Danny Brady, Sr.
Eliza Myers, Jr.
Sadie Murphy, Jr.
Orion Parsons, Jr.
Zoe Whitehead, freshman.
We use fallacies to excuse any action.
Found in the hallway.
Found in a library.
Found on the stairway.
Found in the bathroom.
While chaos consumes us.
Shot twice, found dead.
Shot once, died in transit.
Shot 3 times, pronounced dead at.
Shot 7 times, found dead.
Where did the bad men get their bad guns?
What?
Where did the scumbag gunmen get their scumbag men guns?
What?
Where did the bad gunmen come from? Ugh. After each shooting, we are treated to a familiar loop.
We need to increase the age of gun buyers to 21.
So many signs that the Florida shooter was mentally disturbed.
70s rock had been Ted Nugent.
If it was up to me, if you uttered the word gun control, we'd put you in jail!
Cat scratch fever.
Fox News devotes wall-to-wall coverage of the incident?
If it can be tied to someone with dark skin.
And we all make sure our friends on Facebook and Twitter know our
Thoughts and prayers.
for the victims
And their families.
It's really hard to talk about guns and gun violence primarily due to the fact that the NRA has spent an insane amount of money on bumper sticker slogans.
World peace through military victory.
Guns don't kill people!
Gorillas with guns do.
Gun prohibitionists often take leave of their senses and attack decent, law-abiding gun owners.
If you continue to vote Republican, you tacitly support the murder of children.
Hashtag Parkland. Hashtag repeal the second.
Here's Joe Scarborough.
Donald Trump has proven to be a coward. He's proven to be a small man.
A small man with small hands.
A small gun. A small gun man.
Stop!
In the name of guns, before you shoot someone.
Think it out. It is easy to blame the NRA and Republicans in Congress.
They do deserve the lion's share of the culpability.
But pointing the finger in their direction changes nothing.
If you want to own guns, then you do not need to defend this decision.
You can simply say,
I really like guns.
Or,
My gun makes me feel safe. Most reasonable people won't have a problem with that.
the goal is not to discourage people from owning guns.
But rather to dismiss with the foolish, illogical arguments that proliferate nearly every discussion.
If we are going to talk about guns, then let's use facts and ditch the rhetoric.
if guns are outlawed, then only outlaws
If
will have
guns were
guns.
outlawed, then average, normal, everyday people would not risk incarceration.
Passion-driven gun violence would drop exponentially.
But other types of violence would rise. Ah!
There will always be deviants who go to great lengths to acquire
In a gun
guns.
prohibitionist culture, these deviants would have to have some measure of wealth.
Black market gun prices soar in countries where it's illegal to buy guns.
The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun!
Good gunmen use their good guns.
To kill the bad men with the bad guns.
Good gunmen use their good guns.
To kill the bad men with the bad guns.
Imagine a scenario.
You are in a public place and there's an active shooter.
A good guy with a gun can save the day,
Right? Unlikely. The assailant has first strike initiative and strategic placement advantage.
It will more than likely take several good guys with guns.
Usually in the form of the police.
Put it down! Eat it, pig!
And adding another gun to the scene
Creates additional
confusion.
See, it becomes a problem when all we can do is grieve.
Grieve.
It becomes a problem when we're used to reading the words
Mass
shooting.
He's a madman with a bad gun.
A mad gunman.
See, when I was 9 years old, I thought about how rare mass shootings were.
Yesterday, my 9-year-old sister's first reaction to the shooting in Florida was,
Again? I'm here at the scene of tomorrow's shooting where a 15-year-old will kill 4 children, 2 adults, and then turn the gun on himself.
When the shooting starts happening tomorrow, first they'll probably just think,
Firecrackers?
a car backfiring.
Or something.
He told some of us that his dad kept a gun in his closet. And he always talked about using it on, you know, the people that bully him.
Tomorrow, I'll probably say, I wish I told someone.
You know, after the shooting, we're going to feel pretty bad about picking on him. But until then, we'll probably just keep doing it because
he's pretty weird. Tomorrow I'll probably point out that something seemed off with him since the beginning of the school year.
And I'm now joined by the officer who will be the first responder tomorrow and the mother of one of the students. What additional details can you share with us?
Well, someone is expected to tell us after the shooting that the shooter has been posting about doing this on social media for weeks.
So how will you explain the shooting to your daughter?
Actually, I won't be able to because she won't make it.
This is Christine Lynn reporting from the scene of another shooting we'll say we never saw coming.
Bill Bratton, the former New York police chief, has called it the new normal.
Opinion is divided on whether or not Americans are becoming desensitized to mass shootings.
Indeed, some students, far from experiencing a numbing effect, have come to exhibit a kind of anxious hypervigilance in response to the situation.
I just feel like if something happens over and over again, people start to get sick of it. So it's not so much of, oh, another shooting, no one cares. It's more of people saying,
Enough already!
Preston Childress.
A student at Texas Tech.
Others have become progressively less shocked by the violence because of how commonplace it has become.
In my opinion, Americans take this information less heavily than they used to. It doesn't affect them in the same way.
Unnamed Junior.
At Texas Tech.
It has become a cycle.
Stop, acknowledge, greed, move on. Stop, acknowledge, greed, move on. Stop, acknowledge, greed, move on.
How long will we keep it up?
How long until the problem's here?
How long until we become another statistic?
Everybody look towards the gunman.
The bad gunman.
By destroying, we create. We create the feelings in you of what it's like to be the victim, what it's like to be destroyed. Because of your annihilations, we create and raise new breeds of children who will show you what you have done to us. Like Easter, it will be a day of rebirth. It will be the start of a revolution.
Swang you show.
Virginia Tech.
For the family of a mass shooter, there are no candlelight vigils, no outpouring of solidarity and strength from their surrounding community. Only questions, all of them, tinged with the underlying implication of blame.
What did you do? What didn't you do?
What should you have done?
Sue Klebold.
Mother of Dylan Klebold.
Why her?
Why him? Why them?
Why me?
Why anybody, Dylan?
Simple math. My rifle holds 5 bullets. 5 bullets, 5 people.
But the bullet that killed me pierced my parents' hearts too.
Pierce my brothers and sisters' hearts.
Pierced my friend's heart.
Pierce the hearts of parents who sent their kids to school.
Your 5 bullets wounded hundreds.
Maybe thousands.
Wounds that will bleed forever.
Wounds that will weep forever.
Wounds that will never heal.
Wounds unseen but no less real.
Thousands wide.
It was more fun than dropping dudes in a video game.
All my life I've been taught to forgive. I was taught that forgiveness is for the forgiver. But I just can't. Not until I really know what's in your heart, Dylan.
I don't need your forgiveness. I don't need anything from anybody. I got all I need in here. 3 hots and a cot. The whole thing will be off my record when I'm 18 anyway. Maybe I'll be out of here when I'm 21. And after that, when I walk down the street, people will look at me and whisper, "Don't mess with that dude."
October 1st, 2017, Las Vegas.
A Skagway man gave a new account this week of how he took cover from the shooter at the Las Vegas Music Festival before trying to help dying victims in a desperate truck ride to a hospital.
He said he needed the help of a man who'd been shot in the leg to hold another victim, a dying woman in a pickup truck they were riding in. Bodies he had
Were heaped so high, she was falling off the tailgate.
so much death and pain.
Behind us looked like a war zone.
Wrote my father, Robert Murphy.
I turned back to find my wife, as I knew I had to go with the truck. She was holding a victim. I yelled that I would find her, then we drove away. The drive was over curbs and through red lights, and at one point I had to ask one of the victims who had been shot in the leg to help hold the girl in. He was in immense pain, but helped hold on despite himself.
The girl he was helping didn't make it.
Murphy and others performed CPR on victims until the staff in the hospital came to help. Then he and 2 others got back into the truck and returned to pick up more of the injured.
It became harder and harder to find more survivors. So much death.
I'm still having a hard time, he wrote in a message.
But he also described,
A renewed faith in humanity.
Inspired by the shooting that he witnessed Sunday.
Every person was blind to color and race. We were all one. So many brothers and sisters. So many heroes.
everybody's eyes are on the gunman! Get down!
Thank
Thank
you.
you.